Gyasu, friends. Gyasu is pronounced Gi-a-su, and it is Greek, which comes from the land of Greece. Greece is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations and is located in Europe. You may know about the country of Greece from their famous Greek gods and myths. It's a country full of rich history, tradition, art, and some of the world's greatest thinkers. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about the power of labeling to help us get used to spelling things we see all around us. Labeling things is a great way to help us learn. I know as I learn Mandarin, I'm learning different words of things maybe around my house, and I label them. Sometimes I use a Post-it. Sometimes when I don't have a Post-it, I might use a small piece of tape or maybe even some scrap paper. I write down the Chinese character and the pinyin to help me remember how to say it, and then I attach it to the item, and every time I walk by it, I look at it and I practice the word. You can also do the same thing in English. I think of things I see around me or words that I may put into my writing a lot, like the high frequency words we've been learning. Or I think around things that are on a common theme. Some things I see every day around me that I'm learning how to spell might be colors, body parts, things around maybe my bedroom or my living room, or even around our classroom. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how you can easily label things we see around us without disrupting the rest of our house. Sometimes too many labels get in the way, and we might not have the tools we need to make the labels. If we're also sharing a space, we want to be respectful for those people who are using the same things we are, and we don't want our labels to get too in the way. So I'm going to show you first, before I show you my little anchor chart here, three ways you can label things. One is going to be when you just have a picture, and I've attached some pictures. Here's a picture of me. Remember, I'm still growing as an artist. So this is a simple sketch of me that I'm going to practice labeling on a sheet, the different body parts. And I'll show you that in a moment. And some of those examples of labeling sheets I've attached to our lesson today. Another tool that you can use if you have them at home are Post-its. I have some pink Post-its here. Some Post-its are normal size by 3 by 3 inches. Some Post-its are even tinier, and that's okay. If you have Post-its, this is a great way for you to label things, and I'll show you that in a moment. The third way is if you don't have Post-its, you might have some tape. For me, masking tape or painter's tape. Scotch tape doesn't really work because you can't really see that clearly. So I have some tape here, very small. If I'm going to write a small word, I'm going to have a small piece of tape. If it's a longer word, I'll have a longer piece of tape. But I do want to make sure I'm using my resources responsibly and respectfully that other people can use them too. Okay, friends, so I'm going to show you one way that you can use either a Post-it or a piece of tape. Actually, I'll show you with a Post-it first. So what I would do is if I would like to use Post-its and I have a marker, and I try to make sure my marker is darker than the color of my Post-it just so it jumps out. Let's say I wanted to do things around my room. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you right in my screen right here. I have a mirror. You can see the chandelier reflection. I also have a chair and I have a table behind it. So for me, I'm going to just write down, I'm going to label the chair. Okay, so I'm going to make sure my sticky side is up. Okay, and I'm going to write the word chair. 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 I'm going to write it nice and big, nice and clear. Chair. And because I'm the only one at the house right now, I'm going to leave these up for maybe a couple days. And every time I go around and I see the chair, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to look at the sign and help me remember how to spell chair. Chair. C-H-A-I-R, chair. And what I'll do is I'll just do a simple stick onto my chair. Just like that. Now, friends, I'm going to move my computer because I'd like to show you something. There's another chair over there. And I have another chair over here. And I also have a couple of chairs here at the same dining room table that I'm working on. Now, these chairs look the same and they look different, but I know that they're all chairs. So I'm not going to put a label on every chair because I don't want to disrupt the other people that are going to be using this house when I'm not here. So I'm going to put one label on one chair. I'm going to go around and look at something else. I think I'm going to do the mirror behind me. So here, I have the mirror, and I'm going to put my label maybe not right in the middle of it. I could do glass, I can do frame, but I can do mirror. It's your choice. I'm going to do mirror because that's a big word. I'm going to stretch it out. So, ear, mirror, mirror, okay? And then I'm going to put it somewhere, maybe right here for right now. There we go. And I know every time I walk by the mirror, I'm going to read the sign and say mirror, M-I-R-R-O-R. So that's one thing you can do is if you have Post-its. Maybe you don't have Post-its, and that's quite all right. So something that you can use is some tape. And usually your grown-ups have this in a drawer, okay? And it doesn't have to be very big, but I do small pieces at a time. And it's the same thing. I would just kind of think of something that I want to label, and I would put a little bit of tape on it. Okay, so what I do is I have my small piece of paper here, and I'm drinking tea this morning with my little tea stick. And maybe I want to label this. I know it's a cup. I also know this kind of cup has a special name. It's called a mug. Mug. So what I'll do, and I have tea every morning, is I'll write mug on my piece of tape. And then I'm going to go ahead and just stick it on my mug. I might leave a little bit of a tab at the end just so I can pull it off again. But there we go. Mug. This is something that I use and see every day. Something else that I like to help me remember are colors of things, okay? So I'm going to look around the room and, I see one right here. This chair. Now, I already did the word chair, but if I'm still practicing how to write and spell the colors, I can do that by labeling this chair. I'm not going to label it chair because I already have a chair label, but I will label it the color. And this is blue. B-b-b-l-l-oo. Blue. So I can walk by and say, what color is this chair? It is B-L-U-E, blue. So you can use labels made of tape, and you can label things easily. Let's see what else I would like to label. Actually, I'm going to point this down, and I'm resting on a table. This is my dining room table. So what I'll do is I will take my piece of tape, and I don't want to disrupt the surface of this table, so I'm going to write the word table, and when I stick it, I'm going to stick a very, very tiny, tiny corner of my tape on the very tiny part of the table because I don't want the table to get ruined by all the stickiness. Also, if you're not sure about this, you might want to ask your grown-up first. Maybe they might say, that sounds like a good idea. Or they might say, let's try another way. Sometimes the tape is super duper sticky, and sometimes if it's too sticky, you might want to use a Post-it. And then even if the Post-its are going to get sticky or a little bit in the way, here's a third way that you can help remember yourself by labeling things around you. And that, friends, is when you have a practice sheet. And here's my practice sheet right here. So I'm going to look at these items, and I'm going to think, what can I name them to help me remember that these are words that we're going to see, read, write all the time. First, I have this up here. This could either be a hat, or it could be a cap. It's my choice. I think I'll put hat. So here's my line. My line saying it's pointing to the hat. I'm going to write on that line. I'll write the word hat. All right. Now this part here, I see this arrow. It could either be skin, it could either be head, or it could either be face. I'm going to actually do skin. And the reason why is because I can sound out the word skin, but it could be head or face for you. You know what? I think I'm going to do face. I'm going to try face. Okay, so A, face. Is it an S or a C? F-A-S? Nope. It's going to be an E because I'm hearing the A, so it's going to be F-A blank E, F-A-S-E, or F-A-C-E. I've seen F-A-C-E before. Face. Okay, great. This one is pointing to eye or eyes. Okay, eyes. Okay, here we have ear. Now this, I have a choice. I could say it's either the mouth or what the mouth is doing. It's giving a smile, smile, or mouth, mouth. Okay, I'm gonna do mouth. Ow. Mouth. Okay. Then I don't have one for neck. That's okay. This one doesn't have a line, but if I know what it is, if I want to do more, I can. I can say this is a shirt. Okay, so I'll write shirt. This is pointing to hand or fingers. Let's do hand. For me, this could either be elbow, because it's pointing to the elbow, but the elbow is also a bigger part of the arm. So I'm going to write arm. And here I can do pants or jeans or legs. Leg. I'm going to go with leg. Leg or legs. It's your call. And then finally, you can do foot or shoe or feet. I'm going to write feet or foot. And there we have it. This is a way to practice writing words of things we see in our everyday lives. Okay, so one option is by using a labeling sheet, which I've provided for you in our activity. Another idea is labeling with a small piece of tape and putting them along the items that you're labeling. We have table, and we did blue. You may also do Post-its, which we did with our chair and mirror. Okay. So today, choose one category for you to label. I'm supplying with you with the different few sheets that you can choose from and fill out to label everyday objects that you may see. If you choose to label things around your house, I do invite you to ask your grown-up first and make sure that it's okay and we want to make sure it's respectful to the living space that's shared with other people. Some categories that you can choose are body parts. You may choose to look for colors, shapes, things around a bedroom or other rooms around your house, food, okay? Now, you do not need to do all of the sheets that I provided you, but you're always welcome to if you like. And as always, showing me your work is optional. I love to see your work, but I know that we're very busy and there's a lot to do. So if you want me to see your work, 2 thumbs up. And if not, I do trust that you are doing it, and at least you're showing it to your grown-ups to show them your thinking. All right, friends, I hope you have fun and give it a go, and off you pop. See you next time.